Hi, this is Professor Kinney, and we're going to take a look at how to access the course online. This is for Art 1029, Introduction to Digital Media, but what I'm showing you here could apply to any of your courses. First of all, you need to go to Blackboard. That's what we call our learning management system, and it's bb-gbc.blackboard.com, and you're brought to this home page and you locate your course. Here's the link for Art 1029. I should point out that underneath each of your courses there'll be a list of announcements that you can access directly. Click on the link. It will take you into that course. I'm just going to switch to a student view so it looks the same as what you're looking at. And you'll notice in this navigation bar on the left-hand side, now, depending on the size of your browser area, it may disappear. As you can see here, I made the screen smaller and it's not visible there, but you would see a blue bar, and if you click that, it would open up this tray on the left-hand side. And this is the area right here that we're concerned with, online classes. And so you would click there, and it takes you into the online classes. Now, what you would do is look for, there might be multiple sessions, and look for the sessions that you're actually registered for. In this case here, this is a Tuesday session where all of my classes attend the same lecture. And you would click on that, and it expands this folder with individual calendar dates. And look for the calendar date that you're supposed to attend, and you would click on that, and then it would open it up, and you would click Join Session. So there's also lab times that are scheduled in this particular case, and you would locate wherever that was and click on that, and you would join that session when it becomes available. In the case of meeting me after hours for one-on-ones, I have an office space here, and this is called a course room. Just a little icon of an office door, and I will create office hours in which we can meet, and you would just click that, and just like the other sessions, you would just say join that course room, and it opens it up and it takes you inside the room. Once in there, you'll be asked to activate your microphone. At the very beginning of the class, we're going to do a meet and greet, so you'll be sharing your video as well. And if you look in the bottom right hand corner, there's this purple tab, the two chevrons, and this is an interaction area. There's a chat. There's a roster of who is in the class. Currently it's just me. And there's a button here that allows you to share content. And what you can share will be determined by the professor, but you can share your screen. In some cases you can share files and so on. And in my case, I can share things like polls and multiple choice questions. If you'll notice the gear here adjacent to the X, this is where you can set up your avatar or photograph. That's me right there, and if you click on that, you can upload a photo of yourself. And this is for the setup of your camera and microphone, just to make sure that your microphone is being pointed to and that there's sufficient amount of audio volume. Anyway, there's another area down here where you can activate your audio, activate your camera. It gives you an opportunity to, hey, that's me. And you can share your video, and in which case, when you do that, it's going to be shared into the room. You can see down here in the bottom left, it's a little miniature icon of me, and you share your audio, and then you can interact. Now, typically in a large class setting, not everyone's going to have their video and audio on because it eats up a lot of bandwidth. Another important aspect of interactivity in the online class sessions involves utilizing some functions down here, just where your head icon is. This says My Status and Settings. And if you click on this, you can set your status. So if you walk away from your computer, if I'm forming groups and you're not there, there's no point you being put in a group of 2 and somebody's left without you. So if you walk away from your computer, you can set it like that. You can also leave the session here. And you can give some basic feedback on your state. Happy, sad, surprised, confused. That's always helpful. And you can tell me to go faster or slower. And that kind of gives me a little speedometer and gives me a meter as to where you're at with respect to my delivery. You can also agree with things I'm saying, or you can disagree. All ways that you can interact online. However, those are all the controls except for this one here. You can raise your hand and ask a question. You can click on it again and lower your hand. You can also use the chat room in here, and you can chat to people. Introduce yourself, and so on and so forth. There's nobody in here for me to chat to, so I'm not going to bother with that. And this X, when you click on it, it closes that interactivity area. Now, if you click up here, you can leave the session by clicking the button down there. All the sessions will be recorded. And it's also asking you how was your experience and connection, and I'm just going to skip that piece. And I've now left the classroom. If I go back here later in the week, let's say I missed something in the lecture or I wish to review lecture contents, I can go in here to Online Classes, and you'll notice these 3 stripes here in the top left corner. If I click on that, it gives me access to recordings. If I click on that, I can find any lectures that I'm registered for there, and I can select that particular lecture and review it. If you click on these little circles with the ellipses, that's the 3 dots, I could watch it right now, or I could download it and watch it offline. Either or. So that's the working space, and in this case there's many lectures that have been recorded. There's 3 pages, and you can cycle through them in this fashion. So that's it for accessing your courses, interacting once you're inside there, sort of setting up your avatar so people can see a picture of you, activating your microphone and your camera, and also how to access previous recordings of your lectures.